Hello and welcome to another game of Twilight Struggle. This is our ITSL Silver Playoff match, the one and only if we lose. Otherwise, we continue on, but it's a best of one. ITSL Gold, best of three, but we don't have that luxury. I did lose my first two matches to Felix in the Gold and was demoted, I guess you could say, but able to continue because Silver Playoffs take those who've lost in the gold playoffs and let them continue on. So we're still alive somehow, some way, and here we are. Let's see. Chris Zoo usually beats me. I think I looked before the match. I think I'm 1-5 against him. Yeah, pretty bad. We did meet him in our in our OTSL Gold match this season. I know it's confusing with ITSL Gold, OTSL Gold, ITSL Gold, Silver, all this stuff. This is the ITSL Silver Playoffs. Just to reaffirm that. I think we're going to go with 4-4-1 here and hope for the best. Probably going to put in Yugoslavia. Also have one more match after this, but it's a team match. I have been adopted into Team Pennsylvania for the U.S. Cup since there weren't enough Ohio players and I didn't feel like organizing a team myself. So more Twilight Struggle on the way, though that will be recorded on Josiah's YouTube channel, On The Mod. So you can check it out there if you'd like, where Justin Nordstrom, Josiah Emery, and I will go up against Team California. So little bug in your ear. Looks like Marshall's on the way here. That's I guess that's all right. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. 3-3-2-2. May not be Marshall after all. I kind of like, really like Sakovs here, I think. Actually, you know, Sakovs is pretty good, but I also like Suez to take him out of Israel. Fascinating. How about, okay, let's try this. Let's go with Suez Crisis, and maybe Sakovs him after that. Might get defectored. No, we didn't get defectored, but we did run into Middle East. So, all right, we got one there. Sadly, he got Middle East scoring off already, and then we have that. So now the question is, do we want to coup? We have Asia scoring. I feel like we need to coup Iran right away, even though we don't have access to Southeastern Asia. Also like a coup on Italy, but that's a big miss if it fails, since he has presence in France. This would need it would need a 4 to really be good, but I think it's not worth it with Asia scoring in our hands. So let's go with, oh man, well, a 1 either way is terrible. Great start, guys. Great start. Well, we might be about to meet our doom. We'll see. Meet our doom again, because we did lose to Felix twice, so all the playoff games have been losses so far. Alright, Suez is out. NATO's in the discard pile, and he got rid of Middle East scoring. So, yeah, pretty rough start here. I expect him to move into Pakistan, though he's also going to have to put in France, otherwise we will take him out of both France and Italy. Gonna have to probably drop Asia scoring pretty quickly here, actually. Ugly one. Got us our mill ops, but gross otherwise. Okay, well that's fascinating, because now we can take Italy. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it here, even though we might lose some ground in Asia. Taking Italy is pretty good. Now, I really would hate for Truman, even though if he plays Truman, we can still get there first. I would like to get there in one turn, so we can drop Asia sooner and don't have to hustle. So even though the coup failed, does look like we'll get Italy here. That is rather exciting. Korean War, okay. That's successful, so we get a couple points back for that. I expect he'll put into Korea. Actually, we could probably drop Asia here, because he has no way, unless he goes to France. Yeah, I guess he's going to France, so makes sense, makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and put 2 into Italy and 1 into South Korea, make him pay if he wants to do that, and then hopefully get off Asia with a point in our favor. Okay. There's not really much of an impetus to coup here, because we don't have access. So, if he wants to go to Thailand now, we can just coup him out. Romania abdication is a really good headline here, although he could use independent Reds. I think we're just going to drop Asia for a point, because I don't feel like playing the China card right now. And try to buckle down in Europe. It's the only scoring left in the early war. He doesn't have much of a coup target here. So he'll have to make some relatively counterproductive plays to get his mill ops, I think. Okay. Fair. All right, let's go ahead and take domination here and overprotect Italy a little bit. All right, so an interesting first turn. Yeah, brutal coup. But these things happen. What am I missing? Oh, Olympic Games. Okay. That could have changed things. I don't think I was going to get Asia Dom anyways, with no Vietnam revolts. Or a Nasser. He's going to coup that, I imagine. No Vietnam revolts. Decall. Destall. Alright, so I think we're going to go with the Formosan coup here, because it would be really great. He's not in Pakistan or Afghanistan, so if somehow we manage to take him out over there, that'd be pretty solid. We also don't want to let him have another coup in Egypt, so I think this is probably worth our time. We did not knock him out, but we did drop him down a peg. Now, one thing you have to watch out for here would be a double poke on Italy. That's a 4-op that pretty much flips domination, though I could event Romanian in the headline if I needed to. He would have to be holding a 4-op and Truman, though, to really make it justified 100%. Otherwise, we could fix Italy, and that's a lot. That's expensive 4-op if he decides to do that and doesn't get Truman. All right, so we still got blockade, decall, destall, Vietnam, de Gaulle even still out there. So lots of things to still go our way. Although I guess it's there's Truman right there. Okay, so he doesn't have the 4-op, I guess. Tie game going into turn 2. Looking for some access. Would love to pick up defectors. Don't really want CIA. We did get destall, so that's pretty good. I think this is interesting here, actually. We did not get defectors, so I can't headline destall. I think captured Nazis is probably the way to go. Europe scoring is also really nice here. You can also Sorry, I'm just thinking about CIA and duck and cover. If he headlines Marshall, for example, we still get domination if we let him coup, which is a little bit bothersome because of Egypt being on its own over there. We do have D-stall if we want to like pop into Libya or something. I kind of want to headline Europe, but I'm afraid of defectors, so I think we're just going to go capture Nazis. Okay, it is Marshall. If I really, really trusted my gut, I would have headlined Europe there. But I was too afraid he would defector it. So now, this is going to be our only chance at Europe Dom here, because he's going to stop it really easily otherwise. CIA is a pain also. We would get, okay, so we're going to get 1 point. We're getting 1 point for Europe here. And possibly access to Western Asia. I could knock him out of Iran and get into Pakistan and Afghanistan for the future, which would be fantastic. It also could fail, just as epically as last time, with a 1. I think protecting my investment in Egypt is too important to... yeah, it's going to be a 4-point change there, but the Asia access and Libya also pretty huge here. As much as I hate this if I roll a 1 or a 2, like last time. Okay. I think it's worth it for a 6. I will take that. Now, I'd like to get to Libya quickly. If for some reason he doesn't stop my domination in Europe, that's first priority, but he's going to. Actually, he doesn't even have access to Libya, so that's not quite as urgent as I thought. We might even do D-stall before Europe scoring. Try to take Thailand. Fidel. Okay, that's annoying. We weren't going to give up CIA right away anyways. Okay, so... And with that out... I mean, I guess we could take out of there now. That seems kind of awful, to be honest. Let's do 1, 2, 3... Where do you want to take the last one from? Oh, probably Poland. Okay, so we want to put 1 in here. Make him spend 3 ops in there, and then we could even still take it with China if we wanted to. 2, 3, 4. I think that's pretty good. Alright, so we got D-stall pretty early, which is nice. He's going to go to Thailand right here. I would be shocked if he did anything else. We need to get to Libya, but we have a turn before that's imperative. U.S. Japan. Okay, that makes sense. Is he going to put all of them in there? Almost. All right, let's at least take Laos before him. And, yeah, how about Lebanon? Okay. Only other 4-op left is Red Scare Purge. I don't think he's purging us this late in the turn. Europe's going next, and we'll space, duck, and cover, and, actually, Romania is just 1 op. But it does give us a very temporary domination. I mean, it's just so easy to fix, though. I don't think it's worth playing here. We're going to hold off on Pakistan because of Indo-Pakistani war. Don't want to give him free access there. Romanian's probably going to go to Zaire. It should go to Zaire. So his CIA coup does not remove us completely from Africa. Okay, special relationship. Fair enough. Let's drop Europe while we can. Get that obligation out of the way. Space, and then Romanian to Zaire, I think is probably the best. UN intervention is still out there too, unless he plays it here, which means that we might not have to give up Angola or Zaire, or let him take a crack at Egypt, or even South America, Venezuela. 5-year plan. Okay, would have loved for him to event that and hit duck and cover, but 'tis not to be. Okay. Couple one-ops left. He's trying to block domination in the Middle East. Got a point back there. But he'll have to take Iraq to do that. So let's go here and protect something of an investment in Africa. All right, now he could also go to Colombia here, but there's not much we could do. And if we give him CIA, either he moves into Venezuela with it, or he coups. He can't do both. So, yeah. He has 2-8. Okay. I think we're going to be up by 4 here going into turn 3. He's eventing it for the mill op, so he's not going to Colombia. I thought that might have been a good play for him, but having the mill ops going for a potential 4 points is not bad. So I thought we'd be up by 4, but we're only up by 2. We do get both Defectors and Red Scare Purge, which is great because we know he still has blockade to come. We know he has Vietnam revolts. Okay, so let's just figure this all out right here and now. He did get UN, though, sadly. All right, so get Cambridge. We got Red Scare Purge, De Gaulle, Defectors, which means he has UN blockade, Vietnam revolts, Independent Reds, and NORAD. So not much there. And we get IP War, Comecon, and East European Unrest. Okay. All right. Okay, well, I think we're going to have to give up CIA here, but what would be a good headline? I feel like Purge is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. He's lowering DEFCON, which is kind of a problem. CIA in our hands, but at the same time, it allows us to, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it now, so we have to just spread. So that was Duck and Cover, an unknown card, and Red Scare Purge. Okay, so we're holding CIA. Cool. Can we block his Dom here? We have Indo-Pakistani war, so no fear about going into Pakistan now. Oh, that was kind of a mistake, though, because he has Vietnam revolts. Ah, well. It's good if he has Asia, I mean, like, in his hand, but that was probably a bit impulsive on our part. I don't mind De Gaulle here. But I feel like getting to Libya, spreading out in South America, more important than attacking another European battleground, because we could get domination with a Sokgov's redraw as well. So I'm not going to waste a lot of time. Indo-Pakistani War also should be evented to get us our mill ops. Not a bad early war. Couple things could have gone better. It's scary to hold CIA here, but that's more or less out of our hands. We could have played it turn 2, but I didn't really want to. I wanted to take that coup. Lock this up. It's pretty good. Okay, that's a known card. All right, so let's do 1, 2, 3, in case he decides to try and realign us. The other thing de Gaulle does, though, it gives us access to Algeria. But I think the ops, they're still more important. This is going to be blockade, almost definitely. Yes. Okay, the only card we know that left, though, he has is Vietnam Revolts. Do we want to space defectors? Let's just play this now because we know we want to play it anyway. Beautiful. One thing that Chris is really good at that I'm trying to get better at is taking points, like seizing those points. Board position is one thing, but if your board position is fantastic and you don't actually get the points, I mean, the other person is playing like cards like Willy Brandt and U2 or Alliance for Progress and getting points, and your scorings don't come out, or they get discarded from Kennedy or 5-Year Plan or something. I mean, your board could look great and you could still lose. So I'm trying to do a better job of actually seizing those points. While I was chatting there, he spaced Warsaw. I do want to space to get those points as well, and I think Defectors is probably the card I want to use because I'd like to keep East European Unrest for ops. Okay, we did get those points, so that's good. Still holding CIA. He's still holding Vietnam. Oh, we did know about NORAD. How did I remember seeing NORAD. I don't know what happened there. I knew we had that. Okay, anyways, we need to take this, I believe. If we put one here, then South America cannot be Voice of America completely. Libya's good, because he's going to get the CIA coup. I think he's going to go for Africa, but still, better to be safe than sorry. All right. Vietnam, and what else do you have, VG Cookie? Special again. Hoping that we would play NATO, I suppose. Okay. Do we just repair this? This is actually domination, right? Yeah, if we take India, that's actually domination, which is pretty crazy. Oh, wait a second. Europe came out before, so maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I don't want to do that. How about 1, 2... yeah, let's just do that. India is domination, though, so good thing to keep in mind. Imagine we're getting Vietnam here. Okay. 1 up. Indonesia? Okay, that makes sense too. All right. The board's not looking too bad. We have salt here, so we could get rid of CIA that way. I don't mind that, to be honest. There are other ways of him dealing with that, but I don't mind that. NATO's annoying here because of Europe, but he did play special, so that's not terrible. What would we, if we played salt here, I could just take UN, though that's, you know, I'd rather just get it out of the deck, so Purge might even be better. Interesting. I think we junta here. Huh. Do we junta here or do we salt? Salt makes his coups worse, and he's going to get a couple of them. Let's go ahead and... But junta also gives us Mexico. Oh, man. Okay. Let's liberation theology first, because then we don't even have to... We can... Okay. This makes... I think this is the best play here. Okay, interesting. Taking the China card from us, that's fine, that's good, that's wonderful. Grain sales would be terrible here, but we do have salt, so I think we will take the risk, I do believe. Let's do that, and let's coup Panama. Yeah, this is why I had to do liberation theology first, because that gives me Mexico and lets me take a crack at Panama. Otherwise, we were going to have to only take one. Perfect. Well, that worked out very well for us, although, again, grain sales, taking salt here ends our game, so let's hope that doesn't happen. So we need to play salt ASAP and hope that he doesn't have How I Learned or Cuban Missile Crisis. But even if he does, then we can still at least get away with CIA for now. The other hope is maybe we can get Brezhnev and space CIA. It's turning into a bit of a hazard, this CIA, as it is wont to do. Hopefully we can get rid of it this turn. Hopefully. Oh, voice, that's gross. That is disgusting. But at least we gave him some other problems. And now we can play Portuguese. Wow, interesting. Let's do... Or do we salt first? Because he's just going to get to coup Angola with CIA. Okay, let's do... Yeah, let's salt first. And take... Actually, maybe now we take junta to get us back into Argentina. Also is missile envy proof. Yeah, I like junta. I think junta's good. Let's take it back. Yeah, because he was going to flip. If we played Portuguese there, he was just going to coup us there and probably win that. So it's better to let him coup elsewhere with CIA. He knows we have CIA also. If he lowers the DEFCON here, that gives us Argentina immediately. Or Angola, which is probably even better. Okay, I wonder if he has... interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to give him this anyways, because we can. So that was OAS on his part, CIA on our part. And I imagine he will coup, but he might not. He might not coup now, because he'll get a coup after us with a bigger card. Probably. If he doesn't coup, we're probably not going to coup, and we'll probably just go put this back in North Korea, stop domination over there. Okay. Fine then. Alright, so now he sees we have Portuguese. He knows we have junta because he saw us pick it back up. He can coup Pakistan here, though, which is a problem because he has the China card. Well, I guess we just gave it to him, or he just took it, so can't coup with the China card yet, but it's a good reason to lower DEFCON sooner. And target Argentina so that he doesn't decide to use his power elsewhere. And if we do that, then I think we can probably get Portuguese Empire off without much difficulty. Because he'll want to coup back. Unless he coups here. He might coup Brazil or something. He could also have ABM here. Let's keep in mind, too, with SALT active, all of our coups are a little bit worse. So there is some merit even to playing Portuguese Empire Crumbles here, letting him coup if he wants. Okay, he's just going to take that for 2 points before we play Portuguese, which I was just going to say that might be a decent idea if you have it. Okay, so now could seize India. I think playing junta is okay, though, because we want to give him something else to do. This is going to need like a 5? Yeah, 5 to be successful. 4, 5, or 6 to do something, but either way it gives us access to... okay, 4 is okay. It gives us access to Chile. So let's see if he decides to fix that up here. Or coup. Or coup. If he has a 4-op, he could fix it and go to Angola, but then that gives us another coup, and I don't think he wants to do that. He also knows we have Che here, so... Okay, flower power for the event. Influence, no coup, just going to take that back. Probably not a bad idea. Let us coup if we want, and I think we do because we don't want to give him Mill-Ops, although we don't really have a great card to coup with, so probably just going to waste a roll here, hope to get ABM next turn or something and get our Mill-Ops. Hey, a 5 is pretty good. With especially under SALT, so he's going to have to spend 2 more ops here in Argentina. Or let us have it. And if he does do that, then I think he's just going to do that right here. And then we get Angola, which is okay. Gives him Mill-Ops, but I think it's worth it to have Angola. I think we're going to hold Che here. Probably space Ask Not with SALT out. He can't get rid of Central, can't get rid of Middle East. Yeah, so I think that's fine. do want to protect South Korea more and get into India because of puppets at some point in the near future. Central, oh boy. Well, maybe we give him Ask Not Now. Interesting. He could also have gunmen, though. Okay. Yeah, maybe we just do this, actually. Because Asia's pretty good for us, and if he coups, now he can't fix Asia in time, and then that's good for us. He gave us... Did he want a last play? Is that the idea? I think this is okay. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Decal's still around too, so we could get domination. If he doesn't coup, then we have domination for 5. Middle East is currently 4. He's just inventing Usur, giving us points for that. Interesting. Okay, so now he doesn't have any more cards that affect the China card, and he currently has domination in Asia. But he did not get his Milops, so he needs those points. Okay, so we get Southeast Asia. I think we win the game here if he doesn't have points in the headline. I think we win if he doesn't have points in the headline. Actually... We want to take our time with this because we don't want him to think that our decision is easy. Man, I would hate for him to headline Asia here, but let's see if we can get these points off right away and score Middle East. Oh! So close to winning. So close! Okay, now if he's not going to coup, so what is he going to do here to get points? Can we walk away with a win here? If he has Asia, we do not walk away with a win. I don't think he has Asia, though. That's probably going to be the only card that would stop us. Would be Asia. Because even Alliance for Progress, there's Asia. Okay, he does have it. Good timing there, sir. Good timing there. All right, so that's 5 back. So that just managed to stop us temporarily, but enough. Now there's less urgency in Southeast Asia, though I still... That was clutch timing for that card. Very clutch. He could have ABM, so I think we need to move out of Angola first. Probably with Che, because we want to take back this, though. Alright, good news is he doesn't really have any other scorings coming up, so we might be able to finish this turn 6, quite possibly. Hopefully. We're going to take a few for Middle East and give 1 back for Southeast, unless he takes one of these spots really quickly. So we might still pull this off before, I mean, but ABM and Brush War are still unseen. Flipping Italy is huge here as well. This game's definitely not over, but he needed to play Asia right there for the game not to be over. So that was, again, perfect timing for him. Very good, lucky draw, but he played it when he needed to, so no mistakes on his part. Still getting over a cough here. South America doesn't do anything for him currently. Again, a Brush War ABM could change all that. But so far, no dice. Man, if we get... I think he discarded Muslim, didn't he? Conflating my games again. No, maybe he didn't. Musliming him out of Saudi and Iraq here is pretty big. Yes, Sadat is coming and Camp David, but... Man... It's pretty significant anyways. Okay, Colonials with Africa scored. That does take 2 more points away from us, sadly, but so I think we have to fix that. Place here, place there. Okay, so let's get rid of the cards here. We played Che, Olympics. You played Colonial Rearguards. South America. Let's get rid of Southeast here. And Middle East. Before we see Sadat and Camp David. We have nowhere to get Milops here. I'm sure this is intentional on his part, because he is a good player. So he's going to coup the Southeast African states. Get 2 points back from that. Yeah, that's just 1 point. I mean, every point matters, of course, but we at least get Dom there. Could have taken that with containment, but I didn't really feel like it. Oh man, I really hope he doesn't pick up Brush War, because that's going to be awful in Italy. Because I think that's where he'd go with it. Kitchen debates. Yep, that makes sense. Let's go ahead and take back... Let's see. Only scoring left is Europe. I think that's okay. Maybe we play containment to take Yugoslavia and then headline Romania. And maybe get Europe. Get a few points that way. This also protects Italy, which is pretty big here. I mean, it's 1 pip, as Justin Nordstrom would say. But it not only is it 1 pip, but it might be enough to dissuade someone from making that roll. If he gets it. That gets the card, I mean. On the other hand, if we get Brush War, Thailand's a pretty good target. Pretty tempting here. Egypt's pretty tempting too, but I think Thailand would be our go-to. Is there anything else we could do to annoy him here? I mean, this is pretty important, though, in my head. I could also jam Argentina. Independent Reds is in the discard pile. Truman is still around, so he could get Italy that way as well. He wants to spend the China card on it. Nuke subs, okay. That's fine. let's just do this. Go with my gut here, which is not always correct, but it's something. If he fills Canada or something here, then Romanian's all for naught, but we can still play it. Poke him somewhere. Yeah, OPEC and Europe, if we can get Europe scoring. Hey, there's Brezhnev, as we suspected. Massive coup. Good time to play containment. And down to 12 points. So yeah, I guess OPEC and Europe maybe be just enough. Yeah, maybe it would work. But if nothing else happens, that is, no alliance or anything else. Okay, let's see if we draw Europe. If we do, then Romanian makes a lot of sense. We did not draw Europe, but Muslim does make a lot of sense as well. So, and I think that's a pretty good sign he has grain sales. Man, he could also have ABM and Brush because we didn't get either one of them. Good headlines here. Good headlines. What do we want to play? Muslim's okay, but then I guess that would be another great brush war target for him, or ABM is just going to Libya. Sakov's is not bad. We could go with original plan, go with Romanian. You know, I think he has grain sales. So I think Muslim Revolution's not bad here. Give us extra OPEC points. Allow us to fill Egypt before he could brush war us. So let's see if that's true. I am correct. Let's see if he goes. He might take it in Libya now, though I think that's still pretty unlikely. All right. John Paul. It's an interesting event here. I would coup. I wouldn't mind for him to coup here, so we can take Egypt without any difficulty. And then get those OPEC points. Zaire is a pretty good target too, though, with a 2-op. Okay. Thought he would go for Zaire first. I guess not. All right, let's overprotect Zaire. 2 into Egypt. This could probably going to be a ABM coup. But you never know. At least we have a coup target now. Ourselves in Southeast African states. 2 regions on the board where he has no presence even right now as well. So, not feeling too bad about that. Okay. Yeah, need to get that presence back, buddy. Good thinking. Let's go ahead and score OPEC for 4. It's pretty good. Haven't seen Lone Gunman yet. Also haven't seen Cultural. So got some DEFCON possibilities here in addition to just winning on the board. Europe gets us 1 point. Ever closer. Guess he doesn't have Brush War, or he would have taken that shot first. Okay, let's go ahead. He could have Arms Race, however, though I think he would have played it already if he had. But even so, we want to get our coup off. Gets us no points, so that's fine. Decall to space. Fails. Do we want to space something? I think we actually want to do this first off. That's a hazard for him. I think probably that as well. Get 1 point back. maybe space Japan here. All scorings are gone. He has no dominations on the board. We have 2. Summit going to take Argentina back. I can almost guarantee it. Definitely missing out on some of the cards here. Cuban Missile Crisis is gone. John Paul is gone. Voice is gone. Ask Not is... Did we... Yeah, we spaced Ask Not. In the discard, Bear Trap is gone. NATO is gone. US Japan is in our hand. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up here. I play pretty impulsively, as I've said a million times, but it's coming to the point where we need to do the reassessing of what's happening here. Liberation is gone. Okay, where's Arab-Israeli war? Still around. Okay, so I think he has 4. There's 18 cards. All right. So turns out our memory isn't too bad. Alrighty then. Well, 2 power cards still out there. That's fascinating. I think, though, let's just go ahead and do this. Gives him Japan, but also not too bad of a move. Because we would like to have Korea ourselves. I think we'd even give up Sakovs for it, though I'd be surprised if he would let us do that. That's the other thing. I don't think he's going to let us take South Korea. Missile Envy, One Small Step, Arms Race, Brush War, ABM. Yeah, some good, powerful mid-war cards still around. I bet he has at least one, though I think it's probably ABM, because he would have... I feel like he might have gone for this just to get points back. Probably debating ABM. Do I want to ABM Zaire and get control in Africa, or do I want to take South Korea back? Or what 3 ops could I have? I could have socialist governments. Nah, he's not going to missile envy me this late into the turn. That'd be silly. That would just be silly. Definitely going to get a reshuffle with 14 cards around. Truman, okay, so that's not a lot of ops. You want to fix that up, you say? Okay, I don't mind that. I think I'm just going to play Sakovs into this and decide if I want to play Romanian in afterwards. Yeah, even successful Brush War followed by Arms Race here, if we get both of them. He's going to give us Cultural here, I think. That's another point. Yeah, I mean, he's grasping at straws. I don't blame him because there's not a lot of other points here. I mean, I think ABMing Zaire makes a lot of sense for him. Also protecting Asia from our domination makes sense. So just a lot of things for him to do. Now we have 3 dominations on board. We are splitting the other 3 regions, though Africa is definitely going to be points for him. So let's see what he has here at the end of turn 6. Could this be 2 in a row? Getting ahead of myself, I know, but it could be 2 in a row against Chris after he beat us 5 games to start off our rivalry. Don't want to count our chickens before they're hatched. Still need to play smart. He did not give us cultural. He did have cultural, though. All right, so we get Missile Envy. And a bunch of rinky-dink cards. Missile Envy. He got ABM, of course. And he got Brush War, so that sucks. Allende, Arms Race. I think he's going to play... I mean, he almost has to play ABM first. Shuttle Diplomacy, Camp David, One Small Step. Yeah, he got the big ops. We got some little ops here. Panama Canal. 7. Oof. Yeah, pretty gross how this turned out. He did get Lone Gunman, though, so that's nice. All right, what am I missing? We did get Arms Race. But I think he's going to play ABM, so. All right, he got Lone Gunman, Arab Israeli, Willy Brandt, Cultural, Quagmire, U2 Incident, Brush War, ABM, and Puppet Governments is what it looks like. Question is, can we draw a scoring here that would give us the win? No, but we did get Voice of America. Okay, well... yeah, this is an interesting situation that we find ourselves in. Guess we know his whole hand. Maybe he would play ABM. Well, he knows we have Arms Race. But there's okay. Missile Envy could take a number of things here. Brush War, U2, Quagmire, Cultural, all of those are okay. If we know his whole hand, I think it's worth eventing Missile Envy. I could have counted wrong, but I just fixed my count, so I think we're okay. ABM's great, Brush, U2 is points, Quagmire puts, yeah, everything's okay here. Yeah, it had to be ABM, because he didn't want to give us that to Missile Envy. And I expect here he's going to coup, and then we're going to coup, and everything is going to be great. But where are you going to coup, my good sir? Where are you going to coup? Okay. Oh, that's not even a coup, that's a realign. Fascinating. Okay, he might knock us out of Central altogether. There's always that possibility. Oh, man. That would be gross if he could. All right, hang on, guys. Hang on, hang on. Okay, we hung on. Now, what does he want to give us? What does he want to give us? Cultural. That's a point. Come on, guys. I think we can do this, right? We can do this. I think with cultural coup here, I think we've got this. It's a bad coup. Because he has to play Missile Envy, so I think we're going to win with Arms Race. Even if he coups Zaire, we're still home free. Don't see any way of this going another way. I don't see a way of this working out another way. So, looks like it's a turn 7 victory track. Victory for us over Chris. I think he's going to say GG. Hopefully he does not make us wait. I mean, he's an honorable player. I played a game yesterday, I think, where a guy knew he was going to lose in the next turn, so he just left with 30 minutes left on his clock. You know, it happens. So, what's going to happen here, Chris? Well, we finished that game in an hour, which means no problem, no hiccups for the Pennsylvania match. So that's pretty exciting. Going to make it in time, no issues. And hopefully we'll be able to beat California. But for now, we've beat Chris Zhu. Move on to the silver playoffs of the ITSL. Very excited for that, even after our pretty frustrating defeats to Felix. We move on. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for enjoying this game with me. And I'll see you in the next one.